This is Aaron East with MMA UK, and I'm joined this evening by Chaz Wasserman of Jab Boxing Club. Chaz takes his next walk with the BKFC on November 2nd when the Bare Knuckle Giants return to the UK for BKFC Newcastle. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to speak with me tonight, Chaz, bro.
No worries. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, my friend. Long time coming. We were supposed to speak a while back, so it's always good to get this one back with you.
Yeah, man, definitely. Listen, it's rather late than never.
100%, man. And congratulations on your fight announcement for Newcastle. Many UK fans were happy to hear your names included in that.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. No, thanks, man. I've worked hard to get to where I am, and I would hope that I've got somewhat of a following and people enjoy the show that I put on. Every time I step into that squared circle.
Definitely. And November will make it a hat trick of appearance for the BKFC now for yourself. How does it feel to be part of another scrap with the American Giants?
Yeah, no, listen, I was reflecting on that earlier on today, funny enough. I think, I'm very grateful, to Andrew for, giving me the opportunity and to showcase my skills and ability. But yeah, man, to be a part of this platform that's only growing from day to day, it's unreal, especially coming from South Africa, where we're not really afforded such opportunities. So super grateful to be a part of this organization that, like I said, is growing from strength to strength.
Yeah, definitely. I think I might have got the date wrong in that thing, but we'll stick to November for that one.
No, 2nd of November, you're right.
Oh, I got that one right. Thank you for it.
Yeah, no
Right,
worries.
from many who know you and follow your journey, know how you're always ready and waiting for that call. How have your preparations been going in the build up?
Yeah, no, listen, at this level, you can't really, how do I say, you can't really drop the ball, so to speak. You've always got to kind of be ready because, needless to say, with any fights, most fights, you always find dropouts, last minutes. So you always got to kind of be in that stay ready mental attitude and physical shape. So, I'm always ready. I'm always in training. I'm always training. But obviously, things, get a lot more intense in camp, when you've got everything kind of scheduled and set. So therefore your training and your, that all changes. But yeah, I'm always kind of ready. But yeah, I think training's gone well. Really, really, happy with how everything's going. Taking a lot away from previous experiences and, a lot more time. And obviously, I had a short time with my previous, with my now coach, Max Diaz, for the last fight. So we didn't have much time together for that last fight against Matt. But yeah, needless to say, I like where we're at. So yeah, man, we've had enough time now. So yeah, really looking forward to showcasing what we've put together.
Yeah, I definitely look forward to it myself. To start off with, that 5 round battle will always be one to be remembered. For all in attendance and watching at home on your debut, many would have fought long and hard, and whether they wanted this to continue along this bare knuckle path. But did you realise after that war that this is what you wanted to do moving forward on your fighting career?
Yeah, no, listen, we prep for, whether it's an early stoppage or it's a 5 round war, we stay ready for it all. We prepare for the worst and hope for the best, as they say. But yeah, no, that was an absolute war. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I had him out in the early stages of the round. And yeah, man, listen, like I said in my previous statements, hats off to him. He was an absolute warrior, heart of a lion. Anybody that can get up from taking those big punches, I take my hat off. Regardless, anybody that steps in that ring, I respect. But yeah, man, he actually showed absolute heart, man. So yeah, it was a war, and it was good because I enjoyed that. As tough as it was, I needed that because you find out who you are in there.
Yeah.
Whether you've been dropped, whether you're taking big punches or you're not. You really find out who you are when you go to the deep end. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, definitely couldn't agree more, man. That's very admirable to say about your opponent. And while so many lessons can be learned, and much more can be taken from a loss as well as a victory. In the
Oh,
fight game,
100%.
I mean, what did you take from the absolute barn burner with in Milton Keynes? I mean, mate, I've watched both your fights, and you're an absolute killer out there. Trust me, honestly. What did you take from that one?
Which one are you referring to?
The one in Milton Keynes,
Oh,
your
the one in
second
Milton
fight.
Keynes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
I
loss.
mean,
Yeah,
listen, needless to say, I think I'm not going to lie. I think the year off that I took, the year gap in
yeah,
between the inactivity definitely played a major role. Matt he was a lot more kind of active. Not taking anything away from Matt, but I definitely
mm,
don't think that was my best performance.
yeah,
Also, hats off to him. He is an absolute warrior and a gent off the off stage. But yeah, I think definitely the inactivity played a role. I think
mm,
I wasn't also quite impressed, to be honest with you. I was quite annoyed with some of the refereeing inside that ring, because there
yeah,
was a lot of punches thrown to the back of the head, which
mm,
kind of weren't even acknowledged. And yeah, that bothered me a lot.
yeah,
But yeah, you know what? It's the fight game, and it is what it is. It doesn't matter. But yeah, man, I think I learned again. I learned a lot from that fight.
mm,
Do's and don'ts, and I think definitely gonna approach things in a different way. Do you know what I mean? I think we've prepped and planned going forward. For a different kind of strategy and result, so to speak.
yeah. I mean, both these inclusions in that square circle, I mean, hold what key points to your growth, and will morph you into a
Of
different
course.
version of yourself. Definitely. I mean,
Of course. Listen, the thing about this game, it's the fight game. Anything can happen. It's whoever shows up on the night, you know.
mm,
And with bare knuckle, there's a lot of stoppages early on. Not many people make it through past the first round, second round. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So every round that you fight in bare knuckle, that is experience that you can't pay for. Do you know what I
mm,
mean? So there's not many people that can say there've been many rounds, within bare knuckles. So that's just where the experience is at. You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
you learn. So yeah, you take away. I know I do. I take away lots, whether it's from a win, from a loss, whether it's a quick stoppage, a 5 round war, whatever the matter
mm,
is. We live
mm,
and we learn. Like you take a lot from a win. What can you have done better? You take a lot from a loss. Again, what you could have done better. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like you said, there's always a lesson in everything. You know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason. So I definitely know, watching it back, that definitely I could have done a lot more. I should
yeah.
have done a lot more. Should have done a lot better. But there's no use crying over spilled milk. Do you know what I mean? We live and we learn. We move forward, and we go back to the drawing board, and we do better next time.
100%, man. It is what it is. Great motto to have, bro. I mean, so no doubt we'll be seeing a completely different Chaz in Newcastle. I can bet.
No, definitely. I think, like I said, again, I have learned a lot from that, from it all. So yeah, we've definitely got a different kind of way in approaching and, a different strategy going forward. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to applying everything that we've practiced, we've trained for, we've learned, and yeah, man, coming away with that win.
I mean, looking ahead to fight night, I mean, your third outing, we're taking on yet another highly rated warrior, an ex-two-time light heavyweight champion, Anthony Holmes. I mean, it's definitely a perfect example of your pure determination to succeed in this organization, bro. I mean, he has quite a resume.
Yeah, no, he does. No, and I love that. I absolutely love that. Again, I'm grateful for the opponents that I've been given because looking
Mm,
back, there's nobody that can say Chaz has had an easy fight. You know what I mean, so to speak.
yeah,
Not that there is such a thing in bare knuckle. No fight is an easy fight, but Andrew's done very well to match up the boys, and it's a compliment. I think giving me these kinds of names and guys with such
mm,
experience. I love it. I love it because it makes me more motivated and it tests me. You know what I mean? So
mm,
I'm grateful because then nobody can, like I say, can turn around and say Chaz has had an easy fight. When I get to the top, it's been well deserved and well earned.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like when people join up with promotions, I mean, they get asked the questions of like, who would be your dream fighter? I mean, looking at some of the names you've had some of those on the list of people. just want
Exactly.
straight away or further on down their
Exactly,
career.
exactly. You know what I mean? But that's me. I'm not going to shy away from anything. You know, I'm always about testing
Mm,
myself. You know, putting myself up against the best of the best. Do you know what I mean? So that
mm.
one day when we get to the top, do you know what I mean? Nobody can say nothing about who they've faced. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, taking on these ferocious fights again, I mean, shows pure determination that you want to achieve your goals. I mean, where would you like to be within the next year of the promotion? So this time next year, where would you see yourself?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you know, I'm sure, like anybody would say, you know, we want to. I mean, this card in Marbella is absolutely amazing. Like, you know, I
Mm,
love the fact that you know, Christie's on there, Franco's on there, you know, all
mm,
these boys that are on there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's amazing to see that these boys are giving that shot on that stage against the Americans, and you know, essentially
mm,
fighting for that world title. Because I believe, you know, we've got the talent, and you know they've been given the opportunity to mix it up with the best of the best in the world, and I think it's well deserved, each and every single one of them. You know, they deserve to be where they are, and they deserve to get the shot that they've gotten, and it's just nice to see. So yeah, essentially, you know, ultimately I would like to be up there with them, you know, competing with the best of the best in the world, and
mm.
essentially, you know, fighting for that world title, that world belt.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind, man. You carry on the way you're going, and you will be filling that spot one day in the not too distant future. I'm pretty sure of it.
Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate that, man.
Anytime, man. I mean, and you're right. I mean, whether it's MMA to bare knuckle boxing to boxing, and the UK is absolutely on fire at the moment. I mean, by some of these big names coming through, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, as I just said a minute ago, I mean, we've all got a little dream pick. I mean, like for for fun in that title shot that you're going to be getting next year, because I know that's your target. I mean, who would your dream fight be against for that belt?
Oh man, you know, we'll see. You know, to be honest, we'll see. I'm going to take it step by step, fight for fight.
Hmm,
But yeah, I mean, ultimately, I might even be thinking about dropping a division as well.
okay.
But potentially, we'll see how things go. You know, if all goes well, I'll stay in this division. You know, potentially fight for belts. And then you know, I mean, listen. Needless to say, you know, I out of Matt and Cook, I think if they if whoever wins there, obviously I'd like to obviously fight the winner, you know, and you know, I mean I want my revenge. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do want my
Hmm,
rematch, you know. Yeah, I do want my rematch. I think that I could have done a lot better. But you know, it's the fight, like I said, it's a fight game, and you know it, we learn and we move forward and we move up and from whatever like past experiences we have. But yeah, I'd love to revenge my loss.
hmm.
You know, provided he does win the belt. But yeah, ultimately, then we might even be looking at potentially even dropping a division. We'll see how things go.
Well, I definitely look forward to whatever you have planned, whatever you're cooking there, my friend, and I wish you all the luck in the
Aaron,
world for
thank you
your
so much.
aspirations, bro. Anytime, my friend. But it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you tonight, man. I mean, I do apologise for a bit of the lag we're getting here. I
No,
think it's
it's
the
all good.
weather.
It's no worries. Thank you so
It's
much
that
for having
typical,
me, and I appreciate it.
no problem, man. It's that typical British weather wants to ruin things for the internet, I guess. No worries, man. But before you go, I mean, last but not least, do you have a message for the fans that are going to be in attendance in Newcastle and anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, you know, firstly, it's going to be an absolutely amazing card. Listen, like I said, Andrew's done a great job. This is definitely a great card on the back end off of the Marbella card. I think, you know, to everybody that's supported me through this journey, that's always like backed me. Listen, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I guarantee you that it's absolutely going to be a crack of an evening. And I look forward to everybody either not being there but tuning in. And yeah, I just want to send a huge shout out to my loved ones. Love you guys. Thank you for all the love and support. And to my coaches, my team, my friends, everybody in South Africa, we're doing it. You know, we're on the stage and we're gonna make it happen. You know, I do what I do for my country, for my loved ones, and yeah, thank you for always backing me.
Very passionate message, my friend. You enjoy the rest of your evening. And again,
And you,
absolute pleasure speaking with you, man.
thank you so much, Jay. Cheers, eh?
Anytime. Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Bye bye.